What's up guys, welcome to a new card review. Last time we checked out Blue Eyes Shining Dragon, which is a very awesome card for the ultimate final form of Blue Eyes White Dragon. And speaking of which, we're going to be checking out Blue Eyes White Dragon itself, which was requested to me by Valor708. Just like Blue Eyes Shining Dragon, this dragon right here gave me a lot of memories, and believe it or not, this card is my very first rare card I ever gotten. It was back in mid-2002, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Was getting popular by the day, and I wanted to get into the action of this game. It was in my middle school year that got me into this game, so by working really hard with my house chores, my mom got me 3 packs of Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon and the Kaiba starter deck. Yeah, it's pretty obvious that you could get a Blue Eyes White Dragon within the Kaiba deck. That's why I wanted it so badly. So I opened up one of the packs, and believe it or not, the first ultra rare card I ever gotten was the Blue Eyes White Dragon you will get from that pack, and I was so happy that day. Blue Eyes White Dragon was my ace for a while when I was growing up in my school years, and then Synchro's, more importantly Stardust Dragon, came to my life and I gotten stronger thanks to Stardust. Even though I'm more of a Dragon Synchro player nowadays, but I'll never forget my memories of Blue Eyes White Dragon. He was my first rare card, and I'll never forget him. So yes, that was a bit of my history, if you can call it that, but that's not why you guys are here. You guys are here for the review. So let's get going. And also, due to the fact that Blue Eyes has no effect, I'll be skipping the score for effects. So with no further ado, let's get this review started. You know what's funny? There are a lot of different variations of this card's artwork, so looking through them all will take forever. So to save me the time, I'll be checking out my favorite artwork from the bunch, and that will be the Anniversary Pack Blue Eyes. So let's check it out. From what we can see here, we see the dragon itself looking all badass and standing on some pillar. If it isn't obvious, the dragon is white colored, and even though it's hard to see, but it does have blue eyes. Which the look of the dragon overall is awesome. The scales, the claws, the wings, and just pretty much everything about this dragon is awesome. The pillar it's standing on looks pretty cool too, even though I'm not sure what it's based on, but it still looks awesome to me. The background looks amazing. Seeing the night sky and seeing the moon in its crescent form pretty much adds the beauty of this artwork. Also, if you look at the lower right side of the artwork, you see some kind of signature logo. Well, that will be the signature of Kazuki Takahashi. The man who created Yu-Gi-Oh! Was the one who made this artwork, and I have to say, he did an awesome job on this artwork. So overall, if you guys couldn't tell, I love this artwork. It's my favorite from all the other Blue Eyes White Dragon artworks. Cause not only it looks amazing and beautiful looking, but it's also made from the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh! Himself. So you bet your asses this card's artwork is getting a 5 out of 5. So like I stated before, we'll be skipping the score for effects cause this dragon has no effect whatsoever. So let's continue on with deck choices. So what kind of deck will be great for Blue Eyes White Dragon? Well, that's the funny thing about Blue Eyes, ladies and gentlemen. It's really good for a lot of dragon decks. It has a lot of power even without any effects. It's not the perfect dragon, but still is a great dragon to use. But you know what? Let's have some fun for deck choices today. So in deck choices, we're gonna look at some cards that Seto Kaiba played. Why? Well, because Blue Eyes is Kaiba's main monster, and because why the hell not? So we'll be looking at 7 monsters that I like, along with 2 spells and traps. So let's get started. Force Raider is one of the many normal monsters that Kaiba played, and it's a great high attack level 4 monster. X-Head Cannon is also a great high attack level 4 monster, but what makes this one special is the fact that it can combine with Y Dragon Head and Z Metal Tank to make XYZ Dragon Cannon. And the best part about this fusion monster, you don't need polymerization to summon it. Awesome, right? Kaiser Seahorse is one cool looking monster with a useful effect for light monsters. This card is treated as 2 tributes for a tribute summon for a light monster, so you can use this guy to summon out Blue Eyes without offering 2 monsters. Blade Knight is one pretty awesome monster, and here's his effect. If you have 1 or less cards in your hand, it gains 400 attack, so instead of 1600, it'll have 2000 attack. Oh boy, Cyberjar was one of my favorite cards to play before it got banned, and it's been banned for quite a long while, and its effect is the reason. Once this thing is flipped, destroy all monsters on the field, and then you and your opponent draw 5 cards from your deck. And if you and your opponent drew any level 4 or lower monsters, you can summon those monsters face up attack or face down defense mode. Now you see why I love this card and why it's still banned. Spear Dragon is pretty much the piercer for Kaiba's monsters. If it attacks your opponent's defense monster, and if its defense is weaker than Spear's attack, they take damage from the difference as battle damage. But once this thing attacks, it switches to defense mode right after, and having 0 defense is pretty bad. Lord of Dragons is one of Kaiba's oldest cards, and when it's on the field, no dragons are affected by any effects. Let's check out the spells. Enemy Controller is kinda like Book of Moon and Change of Heart, but only not. Once played, you can choose one of 2 effects. The first effect is this: target one monster on your opponent's side of the field and change its battle position. Its second effect is the following: offer one monster you control, and take control of one face-up monster your opponent controls until the end of the turn. I said control 3 times in that sentence. The Flute of Summoning Dragons is a card that can only work if you have a Lord of Dragons on the field, and once played, you can special summon up to 2 dragon monsters from your hand. Now for traps. Crush Card Virus is a well-known card to a lot of Kaiba fans, and this card is very deadly. So deadly that it's banned. So here's how it works. Offer one dark monster on your side of the field with 1000 or less attack. Then all your opponent's monsters with 1500 or more attack from their hand and field are destroyed. And every time they drew a monster with 1500 or more attack, that monster is sent to the graveyard. This card's effect will last for 3 turns. Now you see why this card has been banned for so long. Ring of Destruction is another card that's been banned for a while. Target one monster on the field and destroy that target. Both players take life point damage equal to the selected monster's attack power by this trap's effect. So those are the cards that Kaiba played that I like. As for Blue Eyes, it's good for a lot of decks. It depends on what type of dragon deck you're building. So for deck choices, it's getting a 4.5 out of 5. So overall, Blue Eyes White Dragon is an awesome dragon by its many artworks, and with decks, it'll be great in dragon decks most likely. I have to thank Valor708 for letting me to review this card for him, so link to his channel will be down in the description box down below. So what's my overall score for Blue Eyes White Dragon? Well, it's getting an overall score of a 4.2 out of 5. That's it for this review, and if you guys have any cards you want me to review for future reviews, just leave a comment down below and I'll see what I can do. So next time, I'll be checking out Saber Beetle. So remember guys, comment, rate, and subscribe. This is Dragon Core 7, and I'll be seeing you all next time.